Hello and welcome to the highlights of this fourth one-day international in the Idea Cup between India and Sri Lanka. The home team needs to win this one to stay alive in this series. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is leading 2-1 with his boys in this Idea Cup. Let's have a look at the surface now. This is the second attempt to play the fourth one-day international. As you know, rains spoiled the party the first time, but the pitch continues to look quite dry indeed. So Sri Lanka giving all kinds of support that they can to their two spinners, Mendis and Muthiah Muralidharan. Toss has been an issue in this series, so the team winning the toss would want to bat first, and it was Mahendra Singh Dhoni who was fourth-time lucky, and he had no hesitation in electing to bat first. Sri Lanka just making the one change in their team. They've dropped the out-of-form Chamara Silva. His place has been taken by Varnapura, who will be opening with Sanath Jayasuriya. Sangakkara has been moved down to number 3. India feeling no need to change their winning combination. Let's join the action in this fourth one-day international. Our commentators Ranila Banaike and with him, Tony Greig.
And here's Chamindawas with the first delivery of the match.
Oh, that's well played. It was a good delivery, mind you. It was right into the right area, but he's got it into the gap, and it's well fielded as well. Beautifully dragged back. Dilshan down there, showing the rest of the Sri Lankan side what is required today. A real effort in the field. They've got to get it right. They've got to latch onto their catches, and they've got to do this often.
Good timing from Gambhir. Also got it into the gap. Excellent effort from Dilshan.
Oh, he's got that away. Never quite got it off the middle of the bat, but it's bouncing away down towards the mid-wicket boundary. They'll come back for the third. The throw is very wide. That's the end of the over. It's 11 for none. That's nicely timed. You could hear that as it came off the bat. It sounded nice. Yes, if you time the ball properly, if it hits the middle of the bat, it makes a slightly different sound.
Most of the outfield was covered yesterday and through the night and this morning also, so it's still racing off quite quickly on the outfield. Hasn't slowed down at all.
Over bowled, and it's hit the edge, but there's no one at slip, and it's gone to the boundary for 4. That is the first boundary of the innings.
Maybe he might have angled his bat just a little bit to get the outside of it, knowing full well that there is no slip. You can see that he doesn't play with the bat facing extra cover, more facing towards backward point.
Oh, that's in the air, and just wide of the fieldsman at mid-off. Oh dear, I would have thought a dive might have been called for there. Jayasuriya seemed to sort of fall in behind it. Let's see what happens there. He closes the face, the ball lobs up in the air. Jayasuriya goes away to his left. Oh, well, it did pitch just short of him as well, so perhaps he was never going to get there. Watch this. See how he started to run away as opposed to come in directly at it. It would have been a good catch, but it's the sort of situation where if you're the bowler, you'd be shouting out, dive, dive. Especially if you're Chamindawas and you've been on 399 wickets for about a week.
He started on 398 at the start of the series. Got a wicket with his second delivery up in Dambulla to 399. Didn't play the next game and went wicketless in the third one. Had to wait till today to bowl in this game because of the rain yesterday, so struck there on 399.
Yes, it's that off cutter. Oops, that's beaten the fingertips of the backward point fieldsman. Oh, nicely played away, right off the middle of the bat. Correction, it's Kula Sekara. What am I talking about? Just whipped away there down to the fieldsman on the boundary, a fine leg.
Virat Kohli looking very confident today. 14 of 24 deliveries. One of the young hopefuls for India. Under 19 captain. The last World Cup that was played earlier this year. Surely looking much better today than in the earlier games. Maybe just a little bit nervous, trying to find his feet in international cricket. Few runs have certainly helped Virat Kohli.
Oh, this will be close. He's missed the stumps. Murali's come in there and missed the stumps. You've got to take the opportunities when they crop up. Would he have got him? No, he was comfortably home. Actually, it was a very, very well judged run.
Gambhir did well. He pushed it and then he ran with the shot. Certain that he would get across to the other end. Good running.
Virat Kohli is on strike. He's the right-hander out there. Oh, well bowled. Well bowled. Well, that's the first one that's beaten the outside edge. That is a good delivery. Perfect line. Just moved a little bit off the pitch.
Generally bowls in swing to the right-handers. This one took off almost like a leg break. Good seam position. And it goes away from the batsman. That was a top delivery.
Into the gap and running away down towards the boundary. I don't think they're going to cut this one off. That's gone for 4 as well. That's the second boundary of the innings.
Well played by Kohli. He collects a lot of his runs on the leg side, but this one was just straying outside off stump and Kohli gets his foot down the pitch. It's close enough and he leans over it as he makes sure that he puts the ball between extra cover and the cover.
Well, it's made not the slightest bit of difference because the ball has been flayed through the offside field and no one moved. Another boundary.
It's from a 5-4 field to a 6-3 field, and was obviously feeling he's got to keep it more on off stump.
Yes, and another single, steered away on the offside. I don't think this strategy is working at the moment. It's 33 for none.
At the toss, Arun Mahela looked actually a little nervous when Tony asked him question that you lost the toss now. He looked a little nervous that, you know, I've lost the toss, I have to go out of there in the middle and field. He wanted to bat first, and probably that would have been a good decision which the Indian took. And I think that's one reason he's gone on the back foot straight away. We're into the 9th over, and from the very first over there was only one slip for the first 2 overs, maybe 3 overs, and that's it. And then the slips were out. I think for the left-hander, because Shaminder Vas swings the ball away from the left-hander, he's got one sort of wideish, sort of second to third slip, but it's been on the back foot.
Well, Gautam Gambhir has started advancing even though Kumar Sangakkara is there at the stumps. So he can't afford to let anything go by once you start walking down the track. That's been the way he's wanted to handle Vas, but with Sangakkara up front, he's normally refrained from this particular course of action, but on that occasion we saw him walk down. That's spectacular stuff. Dilshan it is. Can't keep him out of the action. Spectacular fielding effort there.
It's 37 for none at the moment. Could have been easily maybe 50 odd runs on the board, but excellent work. Look at this. It was travelling. It was away on the right hand side of Dilshan, and this is probably the second boundary is stopped. So well done to the Sri Lankan fielders. They've been supporting their bowlers really well. It's hot. It's not easy. Over the top. Used his feet once again. Wasn't really scared that the key wicket keeper is up there, and got the boundary.
So this now is the best partnership in the series in this Idea Cup for the first wicket on either side. 41. Brave shot there by Gautam Gambhir. Again, just walking across outside the off stump, making sure that the ball is not too far away from him. Judging it well. Saw it come in and then just went over the top. Pass has gone for 25. Still a ball to be bowled in his fifth over. Gets a single. So Gautam Gambhir now looking pretty confident. 42 without loss. There it is, the chance that you asked for. Gambhir has gone over the top. He hasn't gotten hold of it, but enough will on it to take it out of harm's way. So he'll get a couple. Yeah, so far you see the problem has been with both sides that they've lost wickets to the new ball and then haven't been able to capitalize later on. But so that's probably been the endeavor and the strategy, that you make sure that you keep wickets in hand. But I think the Indians have seen enough. They're feeling confident as well that they've settled and the ball's not doing so much. Has he taken him? He has. Well, that is the wicket Sri Lanka so dearly needed. Gautam Gambhir on the square drive didn't quite get the elevation he wanted, and Dilshan, well, he's having a great day.
One too many. Wide delivery, a wild shot. Look at that. It was nowhere near the ball, but nicely taken. Excellent catch. Dilshan has been on. He's been really working hard in that area. It's a very difficult position to be in. Beautifully taken. Gautam goes for 17. India 44 for 1.
An important wicket for Sri Lanka. India, well, threatening to run away with it. Gautam Gambhir paying the price for a square drive which he couldn't control. Now Yuvraj Singh walks in. He's in good touch, but he hasn't got big scores. He's looked good. He followed that one. That is very, very casually played. Appeal by Kumar Sangakkara, but nobody else.
Well, there was some noise. Good delivery. This is what a wicket can do. Can change the entire mood of the team. The bowling becomes totally different once you start picking up wickets. Little hesitant, Kohli. I've seen anything outside the off stump going away from him. He's not really sure about his feet.
Oh, that's lucky. I think he played it a little too early. The ball going over Vasa's head, and Kohli is coming back for the third. That was also very tight. You've got to say there was a little bit of good fortune in that shot.
Didn't really middle it. It hit him right on top of the bat, top part of the bat. It was a touch slower. Maybe he rolled his finger on it, and a little inexperience. Virat Kohli didn't really know that that was a slow one. couldn't really control it. Lucky that it didn't really go into the fielder's hand.
Young Kohli is the captain of the triumphant India under-19 team. Now he's had beginnings. He was 12, 37, 25, now 28. So now this is the time when he normally loses it. That's where experience counts. When you get a start like he's had, he's got to capitalize on it. What happened there? Beat everything, including the keeper.
Causing a little problem here, Chaminda was. Even there was another slow delivery, rolled his finger, a little bit of a leg cutter to a left-hander, and a bit of a problem there for Kumara Sangakkara. Remember his right hand, look at that, hit him right in the thumb.
That could have been close.
I think it's good to have a little bit of a balance between a bat and ball. I like this series in a way that you know, there is something in the pitch for the bowlers. You know, we've seen it at the bowler that the ball was darting around. It was a sort of a low-scoring matches. You know, something for the bowlers also. In the past sort of few years, we have seen the pitches have gone so flat that you know, runs are flowing 300 plus. Nicely played. 2 there. So 300 runs hasn't been really a big total. You know, we have seen 320, 330 has been chased down. So I think in a way, I don't know if you agree with me or not, because as a bowler, I think it's good to have a little bit of a balance between bat and ball. People also come and watch to wicket to fall also.
Couldn't agree with you more, Wakar. The atmosphere is building up all the time. It was rather warm at the start because there was a bright sun bearing down on the ground, and of course there'll be a lot of water logging on the ground since yesterday, so there'll be that water evaporating from underfoot. In the air, and he's gone. That is 400th wicket for Chaminda Vas. Great performance, and what a 400th wicket. Crunch time, and he's got Yuvraj.
Long wait for Chaminda Was, but came at a very, very good time, and a big wicket also. Well done, Chaminda. Excellent worker, excellent ambassador of the game for Sri Lanka. Look at this, just a little slower, and nicely held there at short mid-wicket by the captain, and he's jubilant. Well done. Excellent work, well relieved. Yuvraj Singh gone without scoring, 51 for 2.
New man in is Raina, Suresh Raina, aged 21. He's got a terrific strike rate in the 80s. Got a wonderful 50 in the game that India won, the previous one, and he's there because Sri Lanka have just got a magnificent breakthrough, and the 400th wicket. That was Yuvraj just closing the face of the blade a little early, the ball not coming on to him the way he expected. Now Chaminda Vas, 400 wickets. Now he's only the 4th cricketer ever to get 400 ODI wickets out of the 4. Well, one of them is sitting next to me, Wakar. 400 wickets, what did it feel like?
Oh, it feels, you can clearly see, I mean, you know, I don't really have to explain. Look at that. A much relieved man, and he's happy. I mean, all those years worked so hard for this moment, and I tell you, it's hard to explain how you feel. It's very, very hard to explain in words. It's just the feeling you get. I'm getting a goosebumps because he's got 400 wickets. So it's just, I can't explain it to you. I promise you, it's just a super feeling. I can tell you that.
So Anil Kumble with 337 is the one who's still playing there. Brett Lee with 303. Yeah, actually, Kumble is not playing one-day internationals anymore, so...
Down the leg side, good decision. I think it was just slipping down the leg side. Let's see the replay.
Yes, it seemed so easy for the Indians earlier on, but they're now just doing a little too much. That certainly would be going down the leg side. That's a great shot. Played it on the up, and that's racing down to the boundary. What a good shot by this young batsman, Virat Kohli. So as you could see, that was played on the up, stood tall with the top hand in control, and again hit it right into the gap. The timing was perfect. There's Sangakkara getting close to the stumps. The belief is that Kohli is taking too many liberties.
Nicely played. There'll be a lot of you having seen Chaminda Vaas get his 400th wicket in one-day internationals that'll be wondering about strike rates, which is another measuring stick when it comes to fast bowlers. And I can tell you that a lot of the best bowlers end up in those strike rates as well. Now, just to give you a bit of an idea, we've taken a computer and had a look at a few things. Bond from New Zealand, strike rate of 27. Gray from the West Indies, strike rate of 28. Brett Lee, strike rate of 29. That's 29 balls for every wicket. Guys like Shoaib Akhtar is in there, 29.9. Waqar is definitely there, 30.5. And so on and so forth. Lots of very good players. Alan Donald, strike rate of a wicket every 31 balls. Now, what strike rate does, it takes out that scenario where if you play enough matches, you obviously get a lot of wickets. So it's the combination of strike rate for a bowler with the wickets that he's taken that really gives you the best guide. It's rather like the batsman. If he's got a good strike rate and a good average, well, then he's a very good player. That's very well played into the gap. It's running down towards the boundary for 4. There's a gap there. If you get through that without a sweeper back, it's going to be 4 every time. So he's off the mark at 60 for 2. In the air and just over the top of mid-wicket. Well, he doesn't mind flicking him just over the infield. If you do, of course, it always ends up in 4. This is a fast outfield. So that was Kohli again. That takes him to 41.
He's been living dangerously at times, Kohli. His pitch is unforgiving. Anything that is trifle short can always be put away for runs. He chips it over the man at short mid-wicket. Certainly growing in confidence. He's had a good series. Although he hasn't made anything big, this is a good opportunity for him.
This was a slightly slow delivery. That's now his highest score in one-day internationals. Oh, and that beats the outside edge. Played and missed to the cutter. So Vaas bowling that ball that just bites. He rolls his wrist on it, just gets it to bite a little bit and go towards the keeper. There we go.
Yes, he does this very well, Chaminda Vaas, the cutter that leaves the right-hander.
That is a very good shot. Too short, mind you, and good players, when the ball is just a little bit short, they jump onto them really quickly.
Yes, again, there's plenty of runs on this track. As you see, anything which is short can be dealt with severely. He's played it on the front foot, showing the time he's got in playing that shot.
So that's a half century for Kohli. Pretty important innings this for him too, and his colleagues appreciate it.
It's outstanding from the young man, because sort of gone through 2 wickets and some anxious moments, but there's a lot more work to be done in this innings from him.
Solidly played, beautiful shot, whipped through mid-wicket. It's running down towards the boundary there, all the way for 4. Well, that was one of the better shots of the day.
He's very, very good on the onside. He has an unusual way of playing it. He stays on the front foot, plants it and whips it away. And again, the manner in which he picks his gap has been exceptional in this innings so far.
Bowled him, clean bowled him. It's nipped back. It's hit the inside edge of the bat, and the stumps are all over the place. Well, what a useful wicket that is. I was just saying how Kohli had to see to it that he kept going. Well, unfortunately, he's comprehensively bowled.
That's what a little bit more additional pace could do. So Kohli a bit casual. He had been playing just ordinary medium pace earlier on, and then the bounce too undoing him, the inside edge, and ricocheting onto his stumps. Turns back, looks, but that won't do much help. Kohli goes for 54, India 81 for 3.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni, one of the most refreshing young cricketers in the world today. Not only is he a really good keeper and batsman, he is a pleasure to deal with. Captain of this Indian one-day international side, and when he does the interviews and things like that, he's so easy. He's always ready for a little bit of a chat.
Down the track, over the top, should go all the way. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, because of the soggy outfield, couple of bounces and into the fence.
Yes, this definitely seems to be the strategy that India will employ. If they see it where they can come down the track, or if it's short, they get on the back foot and try and get the ball to the boundary. Well played by Raina. Came down the track very quickly. End of the over, 87 for 3. Again, that was very close to the stumps. Dhoni had to hurry.
That was a touch quicker. He was looking to bring the ball back into the right hand. That was a quicker one. Being more watchful this time, MS Dhoni. Coming onto the front foot. Was troubled in the last delivery when he went back onto the back foot.
This continues, and that's nicely played by Raina. Beats mid on. Good shot from Suresh Raina.
Wow. Just a little flick from outside the off stump. That's the man with lots of confidence. Look at this. In the air, but smashed it. Wow, what a shot.
Just spread like a bullet. Indian flags flutter. That's the first boundary for MS Dhoni, and he really cracked it. It was short, and the short extra cover fielder had no chance of stopping it. Just shifting the weight onto the back foot and hammering it away.
That's a good delivery. Oh, wasn't really too far away from Ajanta Mendes. End of the over, halfway mark, 113 for 3. This might be 2. There's no man there. Man was very, very square on the offside.
Well played by Dhoni. Made sure he played it backward to the point fielder. Hasn't been all that easy going for Muralidharan in this series. Waited for it, played it very close to the pad. It's one of the ways that Dhoni does play the spinners. It again finds the gap. That'll go all the way. Didn't seem to be powerful hit, but timed it extremely well.
That's very smart cricket by MS Dhoni. Mahela moved that field a little finer, and what he did, he just rocked back and hit it through the cover. Excellent cricket.
Sangakkara appeals for the stump, but no response. That's umpire Gamini Silva. One beat Raina outside the off stump. The left-hander being dragged forward.
That's a good hit. There's a fielder who will stop it, but they will come back for the second and complete the 50 of the partnership. Second 50 partnership for these two in a row. It's 131 for 3. Has that gone through? It has. That'll be 4. Mahendra Singh Dhoni surprised everybody, came down the track and has just pushed it. In fact, he's just eased it past mid-off for 4.
Absolutely, Arun. I think the ease through which he pushed that surprised everyone. So it wasn't really a hard hit shot, but it sped through past the man at mid-off. So I mean, the was not the quickest.
Has taken the outside edge. That'll also require some retrieving. Dhoni turns blind, but there's no problems for him at all. He's such a great athlete. He's one of the swiftest between wickets. Stunning. What a shot. Now this is his very special ability. The inside out cover drive. Magnificent.
Oh, what a shot. Absolute beauty. Everything was in place. Contrasting style to Dhoni. More copybook, but just look at this. That front foot alongside the shot, and the balance was perfect too.
That's his area of strength. The 150 comes up for India. There it is, that very special ability of his, the extra cover area. He can go inside out, and on this occasion over the top. 50 for Raina. What a fabulous innings it has been.
That appears to be his trademark shot, the inside out one, giving himself room, this time to the off spinner. He's realised that Murli isn't turning as much, and there's a yawning gap on that offside. The placement was good as well.
He got the outside edge, but no slip. More runs. Adding to the agony. 3 more.
So if you're not looking for wickets, it's rarely that you get one. As you mentioned, there's no slip. So any outside edge is going to go for runs. He didn't was beaten by it, basically. It was not played intentionally, as there was no slip.
Oh, that's gone. That's gone miles. Huge hit.
Yes, beautifully played. He's picked that one up from off the stumps and hit it straight over the mid-wicket boundary. Right out of the meat of the bat. And that won't exactly brighten Mathai Muralidharan's day. There's the shot again. It went way over the boundary. It's 189 for 3. Yes, this is this big hit again, and went flying into the stands. Look, this little guy up here, does he try and catch it? Direct hit. Jayasuriya hitting the wickets direct, but Dhoni has brought up his half century. So Raina 69, Dhoni now has reached his 50 of only 60 balls. That's very, very well played.
Well, this is the first time these Indians, they look very, very comfortable against Ajanta Mendes, and that's due to this man, MS Dhoni, not really hesitant to use his feet. I haven't really seen many of the Indians using their feet, but him just running down the track and just maybe sweeping and just confusing Ajanta Mendes. And I think that's the good way of playing himself. Look at that. Excellent work. That's the one.
Yeah, he used his bat as well. We saw a lot of the Indians in the test matches actually thrusting their pad at the ball as well, with the bat tucked behind the pad. You can see that Dhoni is absolutely saturated. Oh, that's gone away to the boundary for 4. That's beautifully played. He's got right over the top of it and smothered it, but got enough on it to get it fine to the fieldsman.
Used the pace nicely. It was a quicker delivery from Jayasuriya. It was a quicker delivery, straight at stumps. All he did is just put a bat on it. And the fielder down there, Muthaiya Muralidharan, had no chance. Look at that. Used the pace. 4 more to the total. It's in the air. I thought he got a bit of bat on it. Could have been run out also. It's all happening. Picked up 2 more runs. Hit the pad, bit of a bat involved in it. In the air, could have been run out. There you go. It's in the air for a little while. Chance of run out, it would have been gone by miles. No doubt about that.
Oh, he's hit that beautifully. What a shot that is. Stand and deliver. Boy, this Raina has got some shots up his sleeve.
Well, he's not having any problem with that color. What color is the ball? He's moved onto the front foot and then rocked back, sort of jumped back and smashed it. Wow, beautiful shot.
Yes, he's definitely got plenty up his sleeve in terms of shots. Now, there's another wide. That's 5 he's bowled. A little bit of frustration beginning to creep into the Sri Lankan game. Got to keep you cool.
It's a very dangerous period here for the Sri Lankans. They're 2-1 down in the series. They don't want the Indians to get too many runs. 250 is, well, it's not a problem at the moment. I'm looking at 300 now. Still 9 overs to go after this delivery. So 7.5 run will probably get them to 300, which is very much possible. Look at that. It's in the air. The fielder's getting under it, and he's not going to drop that. That's the wicket they need. A very important wicket.
Yes, they didn't. He didn't need to do that. They dropped the fieldsman back at mid-off, brought up the fine leg. He tried to repeat the shot that he'd played earlier. It went way, way up in the air. You can see there exactly the same shot. This time there was a fieldsman back there, and Kulasekaran takes the catch way inside the line. That is a really big wicket for the Sri Lankans, but at the end of an outstanding innings. Raina played beautifully. He's ended up making 76 of 78 deliveries, 6 fours and a 6, 224 for 4. Scores 224 for 4 now, and it looks as if well, Rohit Sharma is the new batsman, and it looks as if Dhoni has got himself a runner out there as well. I can only assume that the fielding captain Mahela has agreed to this. This is the dismissal again. Try to repeat that lovely straight drive he played when the fieldsman was up, but Kulasekaran is back there that time and took the catch nicely. Right, so 41 overs have been bowled. We're in for some fun here. Ranil Abanayaka has moved into position, and he's with Arun Lang.
Thanks, Tony. I think he was trying to find the extra cover more than the mid-off. Couldn't quite get into that position. I think the umpires conferred, and then they they've decided that it's Rohit Sharma who will take the strike. He's played that fine. He's going to get a couple. And they come back for the third as well.
Yes, and it's Kohli who's doing the running for MS Dhoni. Nice leg glance. Sharma played a good little innings in the last ODI.
That can be close. Not feels the umpire. Sangakkara was almost adamant.
It was a very big shout from Sangakkara. He went right across his stumps to play this. Knocked him around midland leg, may have slipped down leg side.
That's a well bowled over. 4 from it. It's 228 for 4. Outside edge. They're going to come back for the second again. So runs coming very quickly for the Indians.
He was talking of that ball. It was changed twice, in fact, in that last ODI here. Usual change at 34, and then close to the end, in the 46th over, it was changed. So we are still in the 43rd. There's a possibility we might see a change.
Has he gone? He's taken it. Jayasuriya it is. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is gone. Second big wicket for Sri Lanka. This is just what the doctor ordered in this situation for them.
The colour of the ball didn't matter for Jayasuriya. He picked it up. It was hit very, very powerfully by MS Dhoni. Straying outside off stump, and Dhoni had enough time to swing his arms. But what a good catch from Sanat Jayasuriya. He timed the jump well. It came to his left side and he got it right into his palms. So another valuable wicket for the Sri Lankans. A fine innings from MS Dhoni. Gone for 71. Caught Jayasuriya, bowled to Shara. And India now 232 for 5.
The new man in is Subramaniam Badrinath. 7 overs to play after this. In the interim, the ball too has been changed, as we were suggesting. Oh, that's in the air. That's a soft dismissal. Mahila is the man who takes that, closing the face of the blade for another single, just too early on that occasion, Badrinath. Sri Lanka coming back strongly in this one in the end.
Murugaran rewarded for some accurate bowling, some tight bowling, and Badrinath just lobs it in the air. Jayawardene completes the catch. So another wicket for Sri Lanka. No chance to build a partnership. Badrinath goes for 6, and India now 243 for 6.
Harbhajan Singh has walked in. Immediately off the mark. I suspect that will be his endeavour to try and give as much strike to Rohit Sharma. 4 overs to go. Sri Lanka in the last 5 have come back very, very strongly indeed. They got rid of Raina, Dhoni, and now Badrinath. That was close. They've asked the question. The umpire says not out.
Right on the spot. Just enough to beat the outside of the bat. Oh, that's close. Did he get his foot up in the air? It certainly was behind the crease. But he had his foot up just for a split second.
I think he got it down just in time. He's gone over the infield deliberately, so maybe not the exact position where he intended to reach, but he's got a couple. That's in the air. Will the fielder reach it? Maybe not. Not too many options now for Harbhajan Singh. He's got to go. He's got to go for the bowling. The 250 comes up.
Yes, he didn't get hold of it at all, and perhaps a good thing too, because it may have gone straight to Dilshan. Takes the safer option.
He's played that inside out over extra cover. Two more. That's clever cricket. So 4 runs from this over. This has been a good spell from Sri Lanka. The last 5-7 overs. Not often do you see a team pull it back in the last 10. They've gone for Harbhajan's end, and I think they may have this man. There was a little bit of a hesitancy by Murli, maybe a little bit of a juggle, but they've asked the third umpire's decision, but I think Harbhajan is probably struggling.
Yes, it looked as if Muralidharan didn't break the stumps as he collected the ball. It was the second attempt. There it is, he collects. Oh, he's hit the stumps. He's hit the stumps, that's what he did. And Harbhajan Singh is stretching, and he's out.
There's no doubt about that one. Murli threw the ball at the stumps. He didn't try and dive at it. But Harbhajan Singh gone. He's not the quickest in between wickets, Harbhajan. That's why he couldn't quite make that. So India lose another. Harbhajan Singh gone for 2, and it's now 253 for 7. New man in is Praveen Kumar. Last ball of this over. Swept it fine. He's going to come back for the second. So 7 runs from this Murli over. He completes his 10. It's 255 for 7.
Yes, Janandu Varnavir on the left, and K. Mathivanan, who's the secretary of Sri Lanka Cricket, in the middle, and Suri, who's in charge of Premadasa Stadium.
That's in the air, but it'll only go as far as that fielder, who almost spills it, but not quite. Wanapura for a moment had his heart in his mouth, but Rohit Sharma also takes the long walk back. India now 8 down.
Yes, it was in the air for a while. Rohit Sharma trying to hit that ball into the mid-wicket area. Varnapura had his hands up. Good thing that his hands were so high. He was able to catch it on the 3rd attempt. Tumbling, good take in the end. And so another wicket for Sri Lanka. Rohit Sharma goes for 18. India 256 for 8.
That's the new man in Zahir. It's last ball of the over. Another wicket India have lost in this one. Got only 2 from it. It's 257 for 8. He's bowled him. Just the perfect start to this over by Tushara. He's got 4 wickets now. So the Indian slide continues.
Yes, it went right through him. May not have expected a Yorker. It's delighted the Sri Lankan fans. Right up there. And it just brushes the off stump. 257 for 9 India, and the last batsman out. Praveen Kumar. Tushara is right, and he's picked up 4 wickets. And Praveen Kumar goes for 2. 257 for 9.
New man in Munaf Patel, and he is going to be facing up to Tushara. Puts back to ball and gets the single. The other man is Zahir Khan, who also hasn't played a ball. things are happening so fast, we can't even give you the stats of the batsmen coming in. Very rarely will you see a cricket match like this. Amazing turnaround. Tushara has now got the best figures of his career, 4 for 47. Brilliant.
3 balls remain in this innings. 258 is what India has got up to now. Last pair in the middle. Praveen Kumar was the last man who was dismissed. Trying a big swing, just brushing the off stump and the bails dislodged.
Wonderful length he's bowling. Has he holed out? Yes, he has. Tushara has 5. Zahir Khan fails to score. India bowled out with 3 balls to spare now. That is one scoreline nobody would have predicted at the 40th over.
Good comeback there by the Sri Lankan bowlers led by Tushara in the last 10 overs. India managing just 43 runs and losing 7 wickets. But the innings was really that partnership between Suresh Raina and Mahendra Singh Dhoni that took the match away from Sri Lanka in the middle stage. And of course Virat Kohli getting a 50 and is growing slowly in stature in international cricket. Ilan Tushara has been very impressive in this series. 5 for 47. He's seen the strong left-arm seamer. Some good Yorkers towards the end was seen from him. Ajanta Mendis, 1 for 43. Muthaiya Muralidharan looked a little tired with his 10-over spell. 1 for 56. And Chaminda was doing well with 9 overs, 1 maiden, 40 runs and a wicket. So the target is a good one there. The average score is around 230 here at the Premadasa. So 259 runs to win in the 50 overs for Sri Lanka to stay alive in this series. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have that run chase for you. Stay with us, please.
That's in the air, but in a position where gully might have been. They haven't got a gully, the Indians. They've got a short point for Jayasuriya, so he's away.
Got the feeling that it stopped on Jayasuriya. And there was a puff of dust that came out of that delivery, the harder ball. Oh, that's nicely played. Wonderfully fielded, and this is what India would need.
That's Badrinath. This is a good Indian fielding side. That's a good shot as well. Now he would have wanted some runs off that shot. Praveen Kumar drifting onto the pad line. Varnapura is showing some aggressive intent. It's probably going to be a wide. Yes, it is. Just before the start, Dhoni had, oh, what a delivery. Dhoni had a bit of a talk with his coach. What a delivery this one was. He played for the one coming in and it just moved off the seam. That's short and dealt with in the customary fashion. Jayasuriya has put that away with disdain.
The ball short delivery to Sanat Jayasuriya at your peril. That was carved away. It had width, and even the tightly packed offside field was to no avail. Went right in the middle.
Oh, that's easy for him. Short, slightly wide outside the off stump. That's an easy put away for him.
Praveen Kumar will have to rely a great deal on movement. It's not a bowler who could be considered to be in the fast category.
He's got a very wristy action. Praveen Kumar moves the ball both ways. Actually, with the new ball, he's pretty effective. You've got to watch him very closely. You sometimes get the feeling that he's not express, but he's about 130 always. You tend to underestimate him to your peril.
That last delivery from him was the perfect length. There you are. He's got some good figures. And twice against Sri Lanka, he's picked 4 and 3. See, the more deliveries he bowls in that line, that length. There you are. Just look at the insects around Sana Jayasuriya. These rainy days, these insects tend to come out and could be a bit of a nuisance to the batsmen and even the fielders.
Praveen Kumar is relatively young in the international arena. He's just the 15th game and in 10 months, and he's performed very creditably. But not like that. That's been swatted away. 4 more.
This is good batting by Jayasuriya. Getting poor deliveries is one thing, but to put it away is another. This time he hit it square and in fact straighter. So realizing that that was where the gap was. Yes, it would seem that Malinta Varnapura has been given a brief to probably just stay along with Jayasuriya, not lose those early wickets. And he's still to open his account.
He's gone over the top. Room again provided by Praveen Kumar, and that will not be pulled in. Praveen Kumar making the mistake of giving too much room outside the off stump.
Yes, when Jayasuriya is batting at the other side, it takes pressure off, in fact, the batsman who really hasn't made too many runs. Jayasuriya looking to deal in boundaries. This is another of his trademark shots, hitting it over the infield on the offside.
It's like an undercut. He sort of gets under it and he just manipulates the field arrangement so beautifully. 16 of 13. Once again, there wasn't too much wrong with that delivery, but this is Jayasuriya's class.
He is indeed putting Praveen Kumar to the sword here. This time it was pitched up. And what does one do? Crashes it over the offside infield.
Importantly, 5 overs, they haven't lost a wicket off this new ball. Here's Zaheer Khan with a slip and a short point. That's the one that comes in, taking the inside edge. It's going to run away for 4. No, it doesn't. Just pulled inside, but that's the delivery that's caused the left-handers lots of problems.
Yes, the very fact that he can get the ball to come in as well as let it leave the left-hander makes him so difficult. And comes in so sharply and late. It undid Kumar Sangakkara twice, in fact.
He managed that well. There was no indication in the air that it was going to come in so rapidly off the track. Beats him outside the off stump now with one that goes away. These are torrid overs from Zaheer Khan.
Another good delivery. And the pressure on Varnapura mounting. Jayasuriya, beg your pardon.
Beats him again. Absolutely splendid bowling. He was just hitting the right lengths, hitting the deck with the seam and moving away and coming in. It's literally no indication off the track. Jayasuriya, lucky.
Jayasuriya not a great stride forward. You could see that he's virtually inside his crease and playing him. So Zaheer Khan turning out to be a different kettle of fish here.
Been played fine for 1. He's on the front foot and he's been given. Billy Doctorow thought about it. Now this is not the outing that Varnapura wanted. Couldn't get off the mark. 18th delivery was adjudged LBW. Sri Lanka have lost their first.
Varnapura usually shuffles across his wicket. So he may be a bit unlucky. I would think that that ball had a little too much bounce and may have gone over the stumps. But Billy Doctorow, he had a good look. But in the end, what he says is what counts. Varnapura departs without scoring. Sri Lanka 28 for 1.
Kumar Sangakkara has just walked in. They would require a partnership, these two. Jayasuriya is looking very good, but having to contend with some good bowling. Now take another look at this. Pitches in line, straightens, but looked like it may have gone over the middle stump. And the umpire gave it a long, hard look. Got to feel for that young man, Varnapura. That's come in. They've gone up, but the umpire is not in agreement. Overbowled, a wicket from it, 29 for 1. Beats him outside the off stump. They've all gone up. Bit of a sound, but Sangakkara doesn't seem to feel that he touched it. How well is Zahir Khan bowling? Really has passed the bat on so many occasions. Seam hits, movement away. Did he get a nick on it? Can't say from that replay. Dhoni hasn't appealed. He's probably just joined in with the others. Sound there is, but I don't see any deflection.
Wonderful. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Running down towards the boundary. That is a bit of a sloppy bit of fielding. Yuvraj Singh is the fieldsman. Oh, and half-hearted question asked again, but no bat touching that one.
I think that's the right length. I think he's been touch short, Zahid. He's been swinging the ball, he's seaming around, but that's the length. He's got to pitch it up, give the ball maybe a touch extra to swing or seam a little bit, because you're bringing the batsman to the front foot. There's a fair chance that that you'll nick it.
And again the question asked, but again half-heartedly. Munaf Patel has the ball.
Well, the worst thing what the batsmen do is fall over. You know, there you go. It's clearly missing the leg stump or going over. But what happened after that is just Sangakkara just falls over.
Well, that's well played. Beautiful cover drive. It's running away down to the boundary for 4. Well, there we go. Sangakkara has got his first boundary away.
Well, not many shots been played like this today, I tell you that. That one hit crisply. Watch that. Nothing wrong with that shot. It was there in the slot. He knew it. As he hit it, he knew this. That's going. Wow.
Oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. He's dragged it back onto the stumps. So once again, Sangakkara getting a little impatient, trying to force the ball through the offside field, and he's dragged it back onto the stumps. That is a big wicket for India.
Too close to cut. Nip back a little bit, maybe not too much, but it was way too close for him to cut. And he's jubilant. That's a big wicket, a huge wicket for the Indians. 1 for 6. It's 38 for 2.
Well, is it going to be a captain's day yet again? We've seen Dhoni do very well with the bat. Mahela certainly in the last match performed well with the bat too. Oh, it's in the air and it's gone screaming away to the boundary. Well, he likes to hit it in the air square of the wicket. It can be risky. He does get out there on occasions. That time he got away with it.
Well, I can tell you my experience. You keep bowling him here outside the off stump, keep giving him room, and he'll keep smashing you through there. Look at this. No chance. Even if it goes straight at the fielder, it's so quick. Look at that. Oh, even the groundsmen sitting outside, they're struggling to stop that. That was smashed.
There we go again, that time straight to the fieldsman, just tucking him up a little bit more, just making sure that he didn't have enough room to free his arms. Look at the sweat pouring off Jayasuriya. He's a real Popeye though, isn't he? Those forearms are his, as if they've been pumped up by spinach.
Well, it's amazing, you know, he's 39 and living all his life in this sort of weather and just pouring all the time. Still fit like anybody, eh?
Down the leg side. Jayasuriya not happy that he didn't get onto that one. 42 for 2.
Another fumble there. Can't believe that. Oh. There's Rohit Sharma on that occasion. No. Little tap. Oh. Well, he wasn't even looking at the ball. It did really spin away from him, but look, he's looking in front. The ball is just gone behind his hand. And he was probably looking to go for the stumps or whatever, but he wasn't looking at the ball when he was trying to pick it. It's Virat Kohli.
Short, and he's got it away for 4. I'm not too sure it's a great idea to bowl short to Sanat Jayasuriya either. They've got a man at about 45 degrees, but boy, there's a lot of ground back there.
A little short, the fine leg was way square, huge gap. 4 more.
That's in the air, but it's out of the ground. Net it on the up. Jayasuriya latched onto this short delivery. 6.
Yes, it's also brought up the 50 for Sri Lanka. But how well he picked it up. Just swiveled onto the back foot. He picked up the bounce correctly. The bat was spot on there to hit it off the middle. Just sailed into the crowd. For 6 for Jayasuriya.
He's gone over the top. He's attacked him. Took him by surprise. Jayasuriya's got another boundary. Takes him on to 48. This is his 7th boundary. I told you it'll be interesting.
Yes, it's the first time he's given the charge this evening. But how well he's done it. Took the first step down the track, then gave himself room so that he could free his arms.
He scored 22 runs off 13 balls from Praveen Kumar. Dhoni is asked for his helmet, so he's going to come up. He's trying to dissuade Jayasuriya from dancing down the track and attacking Praveen Kumar. But this is really exciting stuff.
Yes, you were quite right in what you said, dancing down the track.
On the bounce, but he'll get a single and keep strike. It's 61 for 2 after 16. Oh, that's short, and it's been smashed over mid-wicket. 50 for Jayasuriya. He's really now turning it on.
Yes, he's now in full cry. He's picking those short balls up so very well. 66th ODI 50 for Sana Jayasuriya. And what grand style he's done it. Short one, just lunged onto the back foot and hammered it through mid-wicket.
Well, you did feel that Sana Jayasuriya needed to play a big one if Sri Lanka have to win this one, and he's doing exactly that. 53 of 47. Didn't get a hold of that one. There are two in the deep, a deep point and a deep third man. Remember, this is the third of the power plays, and three fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle.
The thing about Jayasuriya is that he scores them so quickly. If he's out there for another 10 overs, Sri Lanka are going to really get up and get up quickly.
Once again, short, and has it done the distance? Probably took the rope. 6 it is. Munaf Patel knows that he's pitching it far too short.
Yes, it's all gone wrong suddenly for Munaf Patel. He's bowled so well this series, but now he's come up against a rampant Sana Jayasuriya, and he's starting to pull them down short. Short again. Jayasuriya very quickly onto the back foot. It's right on the rope.
Yes, he's got those two in the deep on the onside as deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and he's got a long off. I suspect more leg stumpish. He's wanting him to go over mid-on. Not the easiest of shots. And look at the amount of turn there. We did get the impression in the last 10 overs when India were faltering that Murli and Mendes had got some balls to turn. Oh, there is turn and bounce. Has he got him? Yes, he has. That is a good take. Raina has taken him. The bowling changes work, and Jayasuriya is walking back.
Deadly silence almost in the stadium. Sana Jayasuriya, who was going so great, has fallen to Harbhajan Singh. So Mahendra Singh Dhoni has made the correct move, brought the off-spinner on, and straight away the second ball that he faced, trying to turn his bat and work it towards the onside, gets a thick edge, a very good catch. Stayed in the air for a while, but well taken by Raina. Jayasuriya departs for 60, and Sri Lanka now 74 for 3.
So suddenly things have taken a downturn for Sri Lanka with Jayasuriya back in the hut for 60. Kapugedra walks into this situation. Now he's got a short leg and a slip. The three fielders in the deep are on the onside, and the ball is turning. Oh, in the air. Just wait for the umpire's signal. Off the pad. He's off the mark. He's going to get a couple. The faster one attempted, just too short. A wicket, a successful over for Harbhajan, and 5 runs off it. 78 for 3. That can be very close. That ball has come in. Billy Doctrove certainly gave that a long, hard look. We'll just take another look in slow motion, but that looked like very close. Maybe doing too much.
Yes, pitches just around off stump. It did a lot. It did a lot. It hit him around middle and leg, or maybe middle even. But it did a lot, and that's what Billy Bowden had a correction. Billy Doctrove had a good think about before he said no.
Big responsibility on the captain's shoulder from here on. Oh, almost gone through. Big spin. Hit on the back leg. Could have easily gone onto the stumps.
Yes, this is the type of pitch you really have to play close to your pad. That almost went through. Hit him on the back leg. Fortunately, it was outside the line. Oh, plenty of turn once again. Flight beats the wicket keeper, and that's gone down to the boundary. Just pull back with the foot. So a wide declared.
Well, it sometimes gets very, very difficult for the bowlers to control the spin, actually, because they're spinning a lot more than what you expect. This has been called for the third umpire. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There is a big shout. Umpire Billy Doctor's not interested.
A bit of a drift there for Yuvraj Singh on the very first delivery. I think it was just maybe missing leg stump. With the angle, he just pitched in line, didn't turn. That's probably made the umpire think that it's not going to hit the stumps. If that would have turned, it would have been a different story.
That was short. Virat Singh just getting his arm over, just loosening up with a few deliveries. Short, and very short indeed. That's into the gap and probably run down for 4. Very good placement from Kapugedara.
Help yourself delivery. It was just nothing sort of a delivery. Way down from outside the off stump. And Kapugedara made a full use of it. The problem is losing the wickets has really made him play on the floor. Otherwise, the kind of delivery that was, you could have hit it for 6 also.
Yuvraj Singh really hasn't been having a very good game so far. Didn't make any runs, and will need to try and support Harbhajan Singh, as one would think that the spinners have something for them. Again a short one, and this time through the offside, but a good bit of fielding.
Got away with it this time, Yuvraj Singh, and that brings 100 for Sri Lanka. And once again, oh, could be a run out here, could be all over. Yes, it's gone. That's the big wicket. Oh, big mix up. I'm not sure what Kapugedara was trying to do. He was standing next to him by the time he looked at him.
Well, this really is something Sri Lanka just couldn't afford. Worked on the iron side, but Raina was so quick on it, and Harbhajan had no difficulty whatsoever in taking the bails off. A good throw. Virat Kohli, in fact, was the thrower. He's delighted, the young man. And this is a big wicket. Jayawardene, he goes for 16. Sri Lanka 106 for 4. So the new batsman is Tilakratne Dilshan. Dilshan, he's got a strike rate of 80, but he just needs some runs and maybe a rescue act at this stage. Silence all round with the dismissal of Mahela Jayawardene. Oh, that really spun across, and that's the type of delivery that could unnerve any sort of batsman. Not to say that Kapugedara's nerves now must be rather.
I think it's surprised Yuvraj Singh even, because he wasn't expecting the ball to turn this much. Oh, where is the slip? Would have been slipped straight into his hands. Excellent delivery.
Oh, he suddenly started to spin the ball. Probably getting hold of a grip and then also gaining some confidence. Just look at it. Oh, that went past Dhoni, and Dhoni really suddenly realized that there was no slip. Pulled away. There will be runs here. Yes, it'll go right down to the boundary. So 9 from the over, 121 for 4.
Oh, and this will be close. He's missed the ball. The Indians are missing opportunities here, run out opportunities, because the Sri Lankans are in a hurry as far as this running between the wickets is concerned. Dilshan's going for everything.
Yes, they're taking their chances. Hesitation, and that's what gave the Indians the opportunity. But in the end, the opportunity was missed.
Oh, that's out. Yes, up goes the finger. It looked very, very close. The minute it hit him, it looked as if it must be very adjacent. So another one down, and that certainly doesn't help Sri Lanka's cause.
Dilshan caught in no man's land. Didn't go forward, didn't go back, just a little step here and there. And then on the crease, yes, it went past the bat, onto the pad. And he's caught on the crease. Harbhajan Singh strikes again, his second wicket today. Disappointment for the Sri Lankans. They banked so much on this pair. Dilshan goes LBW for 12, and Sri Lanka now 131 for 5.
So 5 wickets down, and it's going to be Chaminda Vaas. Look at all those matches, 322 of them. He's average 13.66, not a bad strike rate. He's really there for the wickets he's taken though, 400 of them earlier today.
There's a big shout, and he's been given. Yuvraj Singh strikes this time. Just angling it back towards the middle stump. Not a big stretch from Kapagedra, and he's been ruled out.
Well, he seems to be looking down at his bat. I don't know whether he thought he got a little edge on that one. Let's have a look at the replay, see if we can pick anything up here. Not much spin on the ball. It hits his pad. It looks a bit wet, the pad, and then the bat afterwards. But you can see he didn't really spin it very much. Oh no, he's hit the cover off it. That's a huge inside edge. And eventually given out. Well, that's where the review system would certainly have helped. So, out for 140 for 6. Right, so 140 for 6. Sri Lanka really in all sorts of trouble here. So Kulasekara now has arrived at the crease. He's out there with Vaas. He's had a go at that one, bouncing down towards square leg. That'll be 4. Well, that'll relieve the pressure just a little bit. Vaas deciding I've had enough of this. Got to get a boundary away here somehow, and he did. He moves to 14. It's 153 for 6. Oh, well played. It'll be cut off though.
Gautam Gambhir in the deep. Chaminda Vaas picked it up well. Quickly onto the back foot to play that pull shot. It's a couple for that. Pulled it down short. Well played by Vaas. Sure, hit it over the short midfielder. Need a few big overs. Just the 3 runs so far in this over, 4 deliveries. Need a couple of overs where they get 8-10 runs to again raise the tempo and get themselves into some sort of position to go on. Another dot ball. Rohit Sharma just rolling it, just working around, trying to bowl on off stump.
There's the sweep again. This time only one. Gambhir gets it in nice and flat. 157 for 6.
Coming back for the second. But you're right about the toss. As it's transpired in the evening, the ball swings, but that's to the credit of the bowling side. But it also starts turning a little more than at the start of the game. So distinct advantage it has been in these two games for the side that's won the toss. But take nothing away from the Indians. They've come back very strongly in this series after being annihilated in the first game of the series. This is the Idea Cup. Now they are on the threshold of making it 3-1. Now let me remind you that India have never won bilateral series in Sri Lanka versus Sri Lanka. That's why it's so difficult, because it's turning as much as that is. 5 runs from the over. It's 166 for 7.
Bang! Bang! That's gone all the way. Wow! They need few of these.
That's the power of Tushara. Mind you, he's also got 5 wickets in this innings. But this is a huge hit. Has been bludgeoned. 6 the moment it left the bat. The sound that it made. You didn't have to look at the ball. You just knew that it was travelling. Good comeback. Yuvraj knows that he can't slow it in the air. The trajectory has got to be a lot quicker to Tushara. Full toss and another one. That's out of here as well. 6 number 2 in this over. The hunk is under threat.
Keep going, youngster. Keep going. That's a big one. Another one. Excellent hit. You could clearly gather it, you know, when he just pumps himself up before the ball delivers. Very, very good over. 13 runs has come from this over. 179 for 7.
He's gone in the air, but is the fielder going to reach it? I doubt it. Falls in between the two. He'll get 2. Fortune favors the brave.
Well, this can be very, very frustrating, especially for the bowlers, because as he hit in the air, you're thinking, oh, got another one. And look at what happened. Lands exactly right in the middle of the fielders, from the man coming from mid-off and Yuvraj going backward.
Oh, that is an exquisite shot. That's 4. Just flicked it off his pads. 10 of the over. 189 for 7. Oh, I think he's got his man. Harbhajan Singh has struck with the one that goes straight, and behind the stumps, Mahendra Singh Dhoni rarely fails. So wicket number 8 gone. Kulasekara is making long walk back.
Well, saw him coming. That was a dusra and clearly missed it. Didn't really turn much, but Kulasekara was expecting the ball to turn a bit more toward him. Missed it completely. There you go. The rest is done by the captain. Singh is king. Kulasekara gone for 12, 190 for 8.
Ajantha Mendes Still a long way to go. 69 runs required of 53 balls, so a bit of a tall order. That is 4. There's no stopping him today. Attempted Yorker, got back to it and has put it past the short fine leg fielder for 4.
That was a good shot. He moved into his crease, he moved toward his off stump, made that Yorker into a full toss and used the pace for the boundary.
Has he dropped that? No, it can't be. I think he played it into the ground. But he totally missed it, Zahir.
Well, I don't think he was expecting Zahir that he'll hit it back to him, because his bat speed was going toward the mid-wicket or toward the mid-on. He wasn't expecting. It was easy. Not much of a pace in it, but wasn't expecting, I think, Zahir.
Yeah, I thought he just didn't read it at all.
So 2 men back on the leg side. Same on the offside. 3 men back on the offside, in fact. There's a slip in position for the edge. Zahir Khan. Oh, he wants a run. He's going to get run out. Oh, yes, he stuttered. Another run out. Well, he really had to go, and I think you've got to put that down to just a little bit of inexperience. Tushara did exactly the right thing. I think there was a single there. He was running to the danger end.
Yes, I think he was ball watching on that occasion, just looking at the fielder, whilst Tushara had decided that he was going to get the single and couldn't take advantage of the misfield. Again, as Tony did mention, inexperience causing the wicket, but the Indians are delighted. They now see a lot more hope. Bajan Singh and the rest of them. Majanta Mendis goes for 2, run out, 206 for 9.
So Mathai Muralidharan has arrived at the crease now. He's the number 11. So he's going to have to play well here. He's down at the non-strikers end, so he doesn't have to worry about it just at the moment, except, of course, the running between the wickets. That's well bowled, right up in the block hole.
He's been so good, Zahir Khan. Very much on target, not allowing Tilna Tushara any room whatsoever. Just has to dig things out.
Is that a go? That one, it's gone straight up in the air. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's gone down, and it's going to be a run out here. No, it's wide. The throw is wide again. Well, it looked for a second, I thought it had gone straight up in the air. In fact, he got a bottom edge, and it went straight down. It went dribbling away on the leg side. Dhoni was quick to get to it, but the throw was wide.
Yes, and Murali was quick to decide that he was going to take strike. He had already been halfway through. Tilna Tushara on this occasion, he was struggling whilst the throw went astray.
Oh, he's had a go at that one, and it's out caught on the deep. Well, that's unlucky. Raina taking the catch down there. That's the second good catch he's taken. And, well, the Indians have done it. They were comprehensively beaten in the test matches, and they've bounced back yet again. They did this in Australia as well. Under Dhoni, they have bounced back and they've won the one-day series, and they've won it easily.
Oh, what a fine victory this has been. Sri Lankans been bowled out. Tilna Tushara, that's the way he had to go. There was no option. And straight to Raina, and you could see the delight, the happiness of the Indians. They've done a job, and they've beaten the Sri Lankans comprehensively in this match.
Well, in the end, 258 proved to be a bit too much for the Sri Lankans, and they lost some important wickets. Look at Sangakkara, they're going for 6, and Jayawardene, on whom the batting really depends a lot, gone for 16. All of a sudden, Jayasuriya came back into form and played a terrific innings there at the top. He fell just a bit too early for Sri Lanka to threat in the Indians, although there was some histrionic there from Tushara. 40 of 29. India was always looking the winning side halfway through that innings. 3 for 40 for Harbhajan Singh, but Yuvraj Singh would be very pleased with his performance. He got the ball to turn and bounce and completed his score of 10 overs. So the Indian attack was relentless. Praveen Kumar had a few problems with his line. The ball was perhaps swinging a bit too much for him, that white ball. Zaheer Khan has been dependable. Munaf Patel has used the conditions well. All in all, this attack has looked good. And mind you, they've always bowled under the lights at the Premadasa, so that's always a great help. So India winning this fourth match, thereby winning the series. This match winning by 46 runs. Suresh Raina was adjudged the man of the match for his critical 76 runs and also 2 good catches in the field. So India wrapping up the series with 1 match to go. India have won another significant series under the leadership of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Hope you enjoyed the highlights. Until next time, it's goodbye and thanks very much for watching.